Hi guys, welcome back to the Home and Homestead. If you're new, I'm Rebecca. Today we're going to be doing some food preservation. We're going to be doing some quick refrigerator pickling. And keep watching because I'll share with you 3 different recipes using some different vegetables that you can easily pickle and then store in the refrigerator. Today we're going to be using some fresh radishes to make some sweet pickled radishes. So let's head to the kitchen so we can do some quick refrigerator pickling. So the recipe that I'm using for inspiration you can find in the Ball Canning Back to Basics Cookbook, and it's on page 184. So what we're going to do is create a brine in a saucepan, bring that to a boil, and then we'll pour it over some fresh prepared vegetables. So in this saucepan we're going to turn this to medium-high heat. We're going to add a ½ cup of white vinegar or apple cider vinegar, and they need to be at 5% acidity. And we'll add a ½ cup of sugar and a ¼ cup of water. Stir these together. Next we're going to add a teaspoon of canning salt. And the recipe in the cookbook for seasonings calls for mustard seeds, black pepper, a bay leaf, and crushed red pepper flakes. I like to use the Ball mixed pickling spice, which has all of those seasonings in there, plus a few others, and it's quite tasty. It'll give kind of a bread and butter pickle type of flavor to it. So since I'm using this mixture, I'm just going to put 1 teaspoon of that into the saucepan. And since we like things a little bit spicier, we're going to add a ½ teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes. Now the additional crushed red pepper flakes are optional. If you like to just keep it more on the sweet side, leave it out. If you like a little spice, then you can simply add it in. So now what we're going to do is bring this mixture to a boil and dissolve that sugar. So in the meantime, I like to prepare my radishes. So this recipe calls for about a ½ pound of radishes, which ends up being about a dozen nice size radishes. So I have my little mandolin here, and the recipe calls for an 1/8 inch slice. So on this mandolin, it's a number 3 setting. If you're going to hand slice it, just shoot for about an 1/8 inch thickness. Once your radishes are all sliced and prepared, we're going to be using a pint jar, and this has been cleaned and heated. So now I can add my prepared sliced radishes to this jar and just pack them into the canning jar. Now this will be ready to fill with our brine once it's all heated through. Alright, our mixture is boiling here. This just took a couple of minutes and all of the sugar has dissolved. So we can turn off that heat. And we're simply going to pour it over our prepared sliced radishes. I'm just going to take my tool in just to try to get in between and around all these radishes. It'll help them settle a little bit better in the jar. Then I can top it off so that all of our radishes are covered with our prepared brine. There we go. Now I'll just take a moistened paper towel and just wipe the rim and the side threads here. Then we can put the lid followed by the ring, just finger tight, and we can allow this to cool for about an hour. And then once it has cooled, then we can put it into the refrigerator. So I'm going to allow this to cool, then we can come back and have a closer look at our really easy, quick refrigerator pickling of sweet pickled radishes. All right, here we have our quick refrigerator pickling of sweet pickled radishes. And these have been cooling on this little trivet for about 20 minutes to a half hour. And as you can see, our brine is already starting to change color and get a little bit more of a red tinge, and they're getting that from the radishes. And what you want to do is allow these to cool for about an hour, then you can put them into the refrigerator. And you're going to want them to chill for at least 6 hours before serving in order for those flavors to get into those radishes. But really they taste better the longer that they sit in the refrigerator. And you can store these in the refrigerator and continue to eat and enjoy these for up to 3 months. This recipe is really easy to multiply, so if you know you want to make maybe 2 or 3 jars, maybe have a jar for yourself and share some with friends or family or bring them to a gathering, just simply multiply the recipe for the number of jars you would like to make. So this was really quick and easy to do, just took a few minutes and a few ingredients to put together, and now we have a pint-sized jar full of a tasty snack to enjoy over the next 3 months. These have a wonderful flavor and crunch to them, and they're great served over a salad, or maybe as an added condiment on something like a roast beef sandwich or pulled pork sandwich, or simply just for snacking. So if you'd like to try a really quick and easy recipe and you enjoy radishes, I hope you give this quick refrigerator pickling recipe a try. And as I mentioned earlier, continue to watch because I'll share with you some other quick refrigerator pickling recipes that I enjoy using different types of vegetables. Well, if you enjoy water bath canning and pressure canning, I do have playlists on the topics, so be sure to check those out. And if you are interested in various types of food preservation techniques and ways to preserve your harvest or increase the shelf life of various items, I do have a playlist on food preservation as well. So if you're new to the channel or haven't done so yet, I'd really appreciate it if you would subscribe. So please be sure to hit that subscribe button below and continue to watch my channel, The Home and Homestead, for some more homemade, homegrown, and home-style inspiration. Well, I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me in the kitchen today while we did this quick refrigerator pickling of sweet pickled radishes. And I surely hope that you're having a wonderful day. See you next time. Take care.